So in this video, we are going to get to meet the band. And by the band, I mean the FrEd band. They have played at AESP's National Conference for the last 6 years, and last year had the largest attendance ever. So if you think this sounds interesting, you definitely want to keep watching this video. Hello, this is Dan, and we are with the Let's Meet a Franklinite, or in today's case, two Franklinites. FrEd Dreher on my right, Ed Carroll on my left. I got that right, right? Both vice presidents of Franklin Energy and have been here for a while. So when was your first gig?
Well, we're actually celebrating our 10th year this year. So our first gig was at Siebken's for a company. I forget that it's a company meeting, but I sometimes say company party. But
a common mistake.
Right. Serious stuff. And that was in 2009. So we've been playing together.
Well, and how did that come about?
A guy's whose name rhymes with Marrence. I think it was you, Dan. I think it was your idea. FrEd and I were talking one day at a meeting, and he said, "You play and you play. Why don't you guys get together?" And that was the formation of FrEd.
Do you guys have? And for those in the audience, the band FrEd is capital F and a capital E. You know, because we don't want to forget about Ed.
No.
But I am the butt end of the band, right?
Best part.
So tell me about the AESP conference. I think you guys have done 6. Is it 6? Is this going to be your 6th or 7th?
7th. Yeah.
This is your 7th year. What kind of deal did you cut with Franklin to be the entertainment?
Very lucrative.
It's paid handsomely.
Yes.
The way I remember it is you guys were kind of pushing back on sending your guitars down to, what was the city that was it?
Orlando? Was that
I was thinking it was Orlando.
I think it was somewhere in Florida.
Yeah.
It might have been Orlando.
And you didn't want to put your guitars on the plane. And you said, we need some really good... So I think you looked up and said, here's this $300 guitar case. I really like. And I said, okay, we'll buy those guitar cases in exchange for a 3-year deal. So what have you got paid the last 3 years?
Well, thank God Dan is Franklin's finance guy, because we've been paid very little since that point.
Yeah.
Guitar case is still going well?
But yeah, we re-upped on the contract.
Tell me about the crowd, though, that comes to these concerts at AESP. Again, for our audience, is the Association of Energy Service Professionals, and it is our kind of national industry, group. There's probably over 2,000 members now. Probably 10 years ago, it was probably half that. There's been a real growth in that industry. But what is that? What does a concert look like there? Who comes there?
Well, the concerts are a lot of fun, and it's interesting because I think almost all our clients, well, certainly all of our clients that are attending the conference go to that event, and it's a very fun event, and I think people have a great time. And I think last year, every year we steadily got more and more people to come to the event, and last year we had about 1/3 of the conference at the event. I had one person tell me that it was similar to being invited into somebody's living room, because it was that much fun, to just kind of relaxed and no pressure, and just they can sing along, and we often invite our clients to sing with us, which can be interesting.
And one of my favorite memories, there's a really talented engineer, brilliant guy, but kind of a crusty old engineer, and he was the last guy that I would expect being right up in front of us, belting out the words to some Genesis ballad.
Yeah.
But yeah,
was he good?
Lots of fun. He was great.
Yeah.
Wow.
He had a great time. And it was funny that you brought that up, because I thought about that when we were preparing for this a little bit, and And I thought, why are we singing this Genesis? And then I saw our client singing his heart out, and I go, oh, okay.
How about you? Do you have a memory?
Oh, I had so many memories. One with Ed stopping in the middle of Freebird. That was a memory.
You got to bring that up. So Freebird's got a lot of words. Pretty busy. I can't remember all the words sometimes.
It was fun. It was fun. No, but I think one of our clients, Janita Ortiz from Pepco, she sang a couple of times, sang a couple of renditions of me and Bobby McGee.
Oh,
that was a
good.
lot of fun.
Yeah.
And actually, another memory from the first event that we had was when we were singing Country Roads, Take Me Home, Country Roads, and Laura Beers from Opar.
Yep,
came up
great.
and sang harmony with us. It was like this voice from nowhere, and it was really, really fun.
Yeah.
So, FrEd, when did you start with Franklin?
I started almost 15 years ago in 2004.
Wow. And when you first came on, what was your first role?
Well, it's kind of a program manager, working with the Focus program as the refrigeration program manager. At the time, they had a refrigeration program. And I was really it was sort of a transition because we knew the We Energies program was coming out then. And sort of the strategy was to have me be the program manager for that when that came out. So
the We 55.
We 55, yeah. And that, so I was the Focus manager for maybe 6 to 8 months, and then I worked on that proposal.
Yeah. And then we went through a lot of Diet Mountain Dew.
We did. We definitely did. Yeah, and we won that, and then I took that over, and started many more.
How about you, Ed? How long have you been with us?
I've been with Franklin for 10 years.
Oh, wait. I like to provide, as Ed's direct supervisor, an award for your 10-year anniversary here in front of the camera.
Dan, thank you. That is very
awesome.
generous.
Congratulations.
Hey, thank you. Thank you.
So what did you do when you first joined us?
So I did a variety of things. I think I was around employee number 120, so we were quite a bit smaller. And unlike FrEd, my background was more in residential.
Yeah.
So we tried to focus on the residential market and kind of growing that. And we're successful over the years. I've done a variety of things. I guess one of the most memorable was doing the work and getting our portfolio work going down in Chicago with People's Gas and North Shore Gas. And very proud of what we've done there because we've been able to use that to leverage it into a great resume to win work in other parts of the country.
Yeah. And you've done a great job helping really build out our residential portfolio or residential base of clients.
A lot of great people have come on over the years and worked on those programs and moved to other portfolios. And so it's been great.
What do you see for opportunities, I think, for Franklin and for the future?
So I'm a big believer in the skills that Franklin has in marketing and program design and customer service through our contact center, fulfillment. All that can really be applied well to the next generation of programs, and I believe that's going to be us doing a lot of active work in the renewable space, continuing to build on our expertise in demand response and a wide variety of distributed energy resources. So I feel really good about what we have, and as we grow in terms of bringing on new skill sets, people from the utility space or from other service firms that have more of a transmission and distribution background, to bring that in and kind of bring it together with the skills where we've been successful.
So have we begun bidding on that kind of work?
We have.
Same kind of question to you, FrEd. In your world, what do you see coming up next? What are some of the opportunities maybe you're working on?
Well, I mean, I think, energy efficiency certainly has a bright future, certainly for C&I. I think one of the interesting things that is going to be important for these programs is data analytics, a lot of data to help better, focus on certain things within the commercial industrial customer. I think that I think that, getting away from lighting and that sort of thing, looking at opportunities to do that, I think is going to be pretty important, especially with the small and medium-sized businesses that, I think we're just scratching the surface with a lot of those businesses.
Give an example of a program that we focus on some of that non-lighting stuff that you've been successful with.
So one of the things, and this kind of goes with maybe even another aspect of CNI, is working on specific customer segments or customer verticals.
Yeah.
And one we've been working on is a telecommunication optimization program, which really we're focusing on a lot of HVAC type measures versus a lot of the lighting. There just isn't a lot of lighting in those measures.
Yeah, it's like 95% plus coming from non-lighting, right?
Yeah, right. So I think
and
programs
you've had a lot of great take-up from a number of different utilities on that
very
idea.
much so. They're very, very interested in that. And I think we need to spend more time researching those types of vertical type segments and I think addressing those things as well. The utilities are looking for innovative ideas in that space. Well, and really all the spaces. and I think that's the kind of thing that will really help us continue to be relevant. In the future.
Do you guys have a favorite song?
There are many.
Yeah.
Every
song we play is a favorite song.
FrEd likes the ones that I mess up the lyrics to, which are
That's
most.
not true.
But you brought your guitars. I think maybe I'll just kind of step away from the group so
you
that
can sing along.
Yeah, you can sing.
I'll step out of the room. And then you guys just play a little song, and then I'll come back to close things up.
All right, sounds good.
We'll play at least part of the song.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. So this one, we have many favorite songs. This is by Grateful Dead, Bertha, and I love FrEd's lead playing on this. So pay attention to that. Sample.
Fun.
I stole the shirt from our marketing group.
Oh yeah.
So each year when you guys are playing at AESP, there's a concert shirt,
right?
And it goes to all participants, right? They're all attendees.
Yes.
So a couple hundred thousand, or a couple 100,000.
Yeah, a couple 100,000.
Nice. A couple hundred. So here we got FrEd, the 2019 Music Festival.
I love the red.
And the back is about to get big.
Right.
Texas, I guess. Franklin Energy.
Right.
So
that's cool.
Yeah.
Very awesome.
That's good. I forgot that was also part of our payment. We don't have to add that to our wardrobe.
You got new shirts. You can wear them to client meetings.
Really nice.
I think, was it last year you had one? Was it you had on the back? You had the whole concert list from beginning or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Well, our marketing team is awesome.
The one thing I have to note that it's pretty amazing. I think that we actually won an award for this, if I remember. But I think the FrEd event and everybody who's involved with it, including Ashley and Megan and Jamie, there's been so many people who are involved with it. Aaron Jar bouncer, keeping
Right.
it real, not letting the
Exactly.
competition up.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it's been a pretty fun event because it gets a lot of people involved, and it's a pretty unique event that I'm very proud to be involved with. So, Dan, great idea, and thanks to everybody who actually makes it happen every year.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for appearing on Let's Meet a Franklinite.